Yo, if you haven't already seen my last video I covered on Salem, please make sure to watch that first and come back after. So, thank you. So it's been about over a month since the Salem Kickstarter launched, and a little over 2 months since I've originally made my Salem video. And oh boy, is there a lot to talk about. But before I do, I just want to thank you all so much for 1,000 subscribers. It is an honor to be able to get along with so many people and have the chance to get along with the animation community so well. So if you haven't already, please make sure to subscribe to the channel because that would really help me a lot. But anyways, I wanted to do a follow-up video and update some things about the Salem video I made back in September. Oh yeah, I'm actually pronouncing it as Salem now, guys. Y'all can stop crying now. But yeah, there's been so many things that have happened since my last video on this subject that came out. So I kind of want to share some things that I figured I should be able to tell you guys what has happened or what has changed since that video's release. So without further ado, let's jump into it. Now, not a lot of things have really changed ever since the video I put out. The characters are generally still the same because you've got Carl Wheezer from Jimmy Neutron. However, I want to go over on what the series and plot is again, just because before we really hadn't gone all that much detail about the series beforehand, and so I kind of want to go over it again with the new info we've gotten since the video. I'll try to keep this short, but if you want to read a full paragraph as to what the show is about, I'll just put it in the description for you to read it. But pretty much, Salem follows a purple cryptid, also called Salem, who realizes that her guardian, the Boogeyman, isn't actually her real parent. And so, along with their friends, Petra and Oliver, and the Cryptorium book, if that's even how you pronounce it, go out to various journeys across the various locations in order to find her true self. Again, I'm not too sure if this is 100% accurate, but based on multiple interviews and sources, this series looks to be something that focuses often on cryptozoology, something that not a lot of animated shows have really done before, so I personally think that this is a really interesting concept for an animated show like Salem. The strange thing is that Petra's voice actor hasn't officially been revealed as of yet. However, according to Sam herself at the Kickstarter party, and I'll get to that in just a moment, she has stated that there will soon be more information onto when Petra's voice actor will be revealed and who it will actually be. But other than that, not a lot has really changed about the show itself so far, but if there's any info I may have left out from either this video or my last video, make sure to leave them in the comments if you wish. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy! So October 15th was a really special day for not only the crew or Salem, but also for me, not to flex. But anyways, before I actually tell you guys about what happened with this Kickstarter and how it went, I want to tell you guys what happened relating to the Kickstarter after my video went up. So it's a Friday, September 19th. Just a daily scroll on Discord as usual, and then I get a message from Randy, the executive producer of the show, and we were talking about for a bit how Carl Wheezer retweeted my video and asked if I lived in LA, and I replied, yep, I live in LA, Los Angelino, and then that's when he drops a bombshell of a message back. I was getting invited to the Kickstarter launch party. But anyways, as for the Kickstarter itself, it turned out to be a massive success when it launched on October 15th, actually managing to reach more than $20,000 in just the night of the Kickstarter alone, with the campaign ending at just under $75,000 1 month after. So it's pretty safe to say that the Kickstarter was a big success. But as successful as the Kickstarter was, nothing could beat out possibly the greatest night of my entire life, the Kickstarter launch. And that's where I mentioned the holy Kickstarter party I mentioned earlier. The party was undoubtedly the best thing that has happened this year by far. Well, except what happened after the party, but I'll get to that later. But the launch party was one of the best and also most interesting nights of my life so far.
Okay, so here's a hypothetical. I'm broke. What do I do to help the series?
Hey, good one.
That's actually great. Well, not great that you're broke.
So when I first came to the party, I was introduced to Sam and Randy, and all these other awesome people there. But there was one person that caught my eye out of all of them. Y'all know who I'm talking about. I'll be honest, if it wasn't for Sam to help me with properly introducing myself to Adam, I would have probably pooped myself while trying to speak with him. But in all seriousness, everyone there was and has been super nice and awesome ever since that Kickstarter party. I mean, I thought I was going crazy that there were so many people I knew there, but at the end of the day, people like Sam, Randy, Adam, and all of these other amazing people from the Salem crew were just super nice and awesome people to me. And I've even gotten this nice pin and drawstring bag, and it was such an amazing moment for me that I even tweeted out a couple weeks after the party that I felt like I didn't really deserve any of that stuff. And to be welcomed and appreciated by so many others out there has just been the best feeling ever. So I just want to say this right off the bat, that the people who have worked on Salem have just been one of the most amazing people I've ever met in my time as a content creator. And I'm so glad that I've been able to pretty much help a growing community of such an awesome show that is set to come soon, and that the Kickstarter ended up being such a success. If that doesn't tell you that you should be supporting the show, then I don't know what else to say. Only bad thing that happened was that our car almost got robbed after the party, but eventually things got solved quickly after that, so it's not much of an issue anymore. But yeah, the Kickstarter was an absolute success, and now they've been going through the process of creating its first episode for the show, which I'll get to now. So as of right now, we don't know a lot of information about the pilot of the series so far. However, we do know that as of November 20th of this year, this video has been uploaded on, they are in the process of hiring a writer for the series, and that they are working on composing and writing a theme song for it as well. So it's going to be pretty interesting to see where they will go from here. However, as they stated, they want to make sure they don't rush things towards a specific time or date. However, according to multiple sources, we can expect an estimated release date of the pilot at sometime either late 2020 or spring 2021, which is not far off from the Netflix series S.A.L.E.M Season 2 fall 2020 release date either. Independent animated shows have been on the rise, as more people look for new ways for entertainment, either through sites like YouTube, Instagram, or Facebook, or even streaming sites like Disney+, Netflix, or Hulu. And people seem to be giving more credit to shows that are being independently made. And although it is still unclear as to whether or not Salem as a whole will either be completely independent or with a network after the pilot, you have to really appreciate the work that goes into these animations that you can simply watch anytime on YouTube. Shows like Has Been Hotel are visually stunning and bright. Blue Hilda is funny and wacky. And so as appreciation for these shows like these are rising each day, I think you should definitely come and support Salem as it is, because as much as I can tell, having to take the time to get all these popular voice actors, animators, and soundtrack to make this one giant project is not entirely the easiest thing in the world. And so projects like Salem should definitely be given more credit by others than it currently has. And so if you haven't already, I strongly encourage you to help the series by following them on their social media and coming together with the community by If you want to be able to interact and share your works about Salem across the community, then look no further than joining our Salem series Discord server. We hold events, share art, and even come up with giveaways every once in a while. Consider joining the Discord today.